Now here's something we haven't said for a little while. Welcome along to qualifying in China. After a few years' absence from the calendar, it is great to be back here. But just who is going to put their car on pole? Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles per hour with DRS assistance down the back straight, before the cars brake into the tight hairpin at turn 14. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Surfer Girl lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Perez, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Ocon, Joe, Behrman, Fittipaldi, Iwasa, Albon and Frederick Vesti. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, rule number one, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you, and yes, the cars can vary and set up from race to race and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do, and it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
1 formation lap gets underway ahead of today's sprint. It's going to be interesting to see who gets pole position. We're almost ready to start the sprint as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Use your overtake button more, it's time to utilise some of this energy, come on. Okay, good work, great pass. expected, no rain expected for the time being. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, we're down to 15 laps of fuel left now. Gap to your teammate behind, 7.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're sitting in 7th. And the time last lap, 1:38.8. Leading the pack, that's P1. Russell behind. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, just 5 laps until the end. Caution, caution. battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Side pods have taken damage. Keep an eye on your engine temperatures. Cooling may be adversely affected. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.5 seconds. Side pods have taken damage. Keep an eye on your engine temperatures. Cooling may be adversely affected. Top job, mate, top job, yes! I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but man, you pulled through. Thank you, well done.
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix. Here's something we haven't said for a little while. Welcome along to qualifying in China. After a few years' absence from the calendar, it is great to be back here. But just who is going to put their car on pole? The Chinese Grand Prix then is upon us once again. It's a race that saw Michael Schumacher claim his final Formula One victory in 2006, as well as Red Bull's first win with Sebastian Vettel in 2009. There's no doubt there's plenty more drama to come here in Shanghai. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Surfer Girl lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Gasly, Ricciardo, Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, Joe, Iwasa, Behrman, Fittipaldi, Vesti, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, rule number one, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you, and yes, the cars can vary in setup from race to race and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do, and it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
we go then. The formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. So as all the cars reform the grids, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
Okay, Russell's behind you now. Now enabled. DRS enabled. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Alright, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, we've got 31 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap. And that's 30 laps of fuel remaining. Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate. zone now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Gap to your teammate behind, 7.9 seconds. Okay, mate, picking your moments to use ERS is important, so let's try and be as consistent as possible with it, please. Win that place back. Push now, we're boxing this lap. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Okay, pit in this lap and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. That's Behrman behind you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1 minute 40.6. Ricardo ahead. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1:40.7. Fernando's in the pits. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate. threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. There are 18 laps of fuel remaining now. Come on, you can win that place back. Okay, mate, we've got high reserves of VRS, so let's try and use some more. made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it. Okay, we're down to 15 laps of fuel left now. Overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. The fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. So you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 22.1 seconds. Come on, you can win that place back. That's P1, and Verstappen's behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. Fantastic drive, that's just fantastic. Amazing, you deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
There'll be smiles at the factory after that one. A great race and a real team performance to take victory here in Shanghai.
I mean, I'm tempted, Crofty, to use the boring word. Not quite yet, but I don't know how the others will be feeling at this stage in the championship, because they've got that dominance on their side. Clearly, they'll be looking at the championship now.
It's time to present the top drivers with their trophies for today's Grand Prix. And there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Aston Martin on the top step. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.